Hey guys, it's Sunday and I'm home from church. I came home before the kids got here, so the house is a little bit quiet, and I thought I'd just pop on and share some tips with you. I roasted a chicken today for lunch, and with Thanksgiving coming, roasting chickens and turkeys is going to be on a lot of your minds. So I thought I would share a few simple tips to help you with your baking, with your roasting for the holidays. First of all, I want you to take a look at the chicken that I did today. The skin is golden brown, and you're going to see there's salt and pepper on top. The key here is to sear the outside and the skin, and then all the juices and all the moisture stay in your meat while it cooks. You want to, first of all, dry the skin, and I use either a paper towel or a regular towel, and I dry the skin thoroughly. I wash the chicken and then dry it thoroughly. And from there, I just sprinkle on kosher salt and pepper, and then I throw it into a 450 to 475 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. What that does is it sears the outside closed very quickly, and it retains all the juices. Now the key to that is while you're baking it, while you're roasting it, you don't want to poke it with anything. You don't want to continually stick a thermometer in to check the temperature or to stick anything else to prod at all. You don't want to stick a fork, nothing. You want to let it stay seared, let it stay closed, and let it just bake. For a chicken, I will do 15 to 20 minutes on that high temperature, and then immediately drop, after that 15 to 20 minutes, the temperature down to about 300 degrees. This morning I started this chicken at 8. It is now about 12:45, and I baked it for about 20 minutes at that 450 degrees, and then dropped the temperature to 300 and let it bake for 2 hours while I was getting ready for church. And then I dropped it even lower, knowing that I was going to be at church and it was going to continue to bake, to about 225. And then it's been baking the rest of the morning at that low temperature. The skin is incredibly yummy. I know some of you may think, ew, the skin gross, but some of us actually like to eat the skin, and it's really that crunchy, delicious flavor with the salt and pepper on it, and it's really delicious. And so if you like the skin, this is the best way to cook the skin so that you can eat it. Otherwise, you can just peel back the skin, and once you do, you're going to see that it's extremely moist. Lots of juice still left in it. The meat will no longer be pink, but it'll be a beautiful white, or for the darker meat, it'll be that just a beautiful, just turned from the pink color, and it's just really moist. It's really the best way I've found to cook the chicken if you're going to roast it. Now for a turkey, you want to do the same process. Dry it off completely, put the salt and pepper on it, and then throw it into that oven for 20 minutes at that really high temperature. I may go 475 on the turkey, and then drop the temperature again to about 300, and then cook it for hours. Depending on the weight of the turkey, if you've got a 12 or 15 pound or a 20 pound, you're basically going to gauge your time on a 15-minute rule, like 15 to 20 minutes per pound. So a 12-pound turkey may go 4 hours, or 3 to 4 hours. But don't stick it with the thermometer too early, because you don't want to drain the juices out. You want to continue to let it cook until you think it's like almost done. Now some turkeys you're going to get the little round button that goes on top, and it'll pop when the turkey is done, and that's really the foolproof way to do it. You can actually buy those to stick in your turkey as well, but I would just recommend buying the ones that already have it, or do the time method. And then when you think you're close, then you stick the thermometer in at the thigh. You want to stick it in at the thigh and point it back up toward the bone, because that's the part that cooks the slowest. And if that temperature comes to 185 internal temperature, then you know that the rest of the chicken is done, or the rest of the turkey is done. But don't stick it in too early, because like I said, you don't want the juices to come out. Now once you take the meat out of the oven, and you know that the internal temperature is there or very close, you can go to 180 and then just take it out, and it'll continue to cook that extra 5 degrees. You give a tint to it. What I mean by tint is you take a long piece of foil and you fold it in half, fold a crease in it and let it just kind of hang over it like a tent, and let it continue just to sit on the stovetop and cook at its own, rate after it comes out of the oven, and then it'll finish off. That's what I do for roasting, and it's a really simple process. It just takes time. You want to make sure you're cooking it low and slow, and enjoy your